Okay, guys, Gen Ken kids, I'm going to show you the pHET that we're going to do. It's linked in the Canvas page. You're going to go to pHET Interactive, and you're going to click on Isotopes and Atomic Mass. And once you get into Isotopes and Atomic Mass, you're going to click onto Isotopes. And here we have the first 10 elements. So we have hydrogen right here, we have helium, lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, and neon. Okay, and you can play around with these by adding neutrons. So you click on the neutrons and add them, or you click in neutrons and you can take them away. And I want you to notice a couple of things while we're playing around with these. Notice when it's unstable, it's going to shake like this. When it's stable, it's going to be nice and still. I want you to pay attention to the isotopes that you make. Remember, an isotope is the element. They have the same number of protons, but they have different number of neutrons, so they have a different mass. Okay? I want you to pay attention to this chart over here in the upper left-hand corner. This will tell you the number of protons in the element. It will also tell you the number of neutrons in the element. We are going to pay attention to that, and we are going to graph the number of protons in each of the stable isotopes that we create compared to the number of neutrons in each of the stable isotopes that we create in these 10 elements. Okay? So we're going to start with helium. So I notice that helium right here, no isotope, no neutrons at all, just one proton, it's stable. So I'm going to go over and I'm going to create a Google Sheet. So helium has one neutron, or not helium, hydrogen has one neutron. And this stable isotope has 0 neutrons. So I'm going to put, on my first column, I'm going to put number of neutrons right up here. My second column, I'm going to put number of protons in the first column, number of neutrons in the second column. So I want to track it by the number of protons in column A and the number of neutrons in column B. So that first isotope I made with 1 proton but 0 neutrons was stable. So I want to record that. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to throw another neutron in there. Hydrogen 2 is also stable. So 1 proton and 1 neutron. So I'm going to put in there 1 proton in my proton column and 1 neutron in my neutron column. I'm going to keep on going back and I'm going to put another neutron in there. That is unstable, so that's not going to work. I don't want to record the unstable ones. So I know, and I can play around with this, I know if I keep on adding more neutrons, it's just going to get more and more unstable. So I can go to my next one. So helium with 2 protons, the red are protons, and the 2 neutrons is stable. Let's take neutrons away until it's unstable. So helium 3 is stable. So let's take another one away. So if I have helium 2 with no neutrons, it's not stable. But if I add 1 neutron, it is stable. So we're going to look at the spreadsheet. We've got 2 protons for helium. So we're going to put 2 protons and 1 neutron. That's stable. And if I go back, 2 protons and 2 neutrons is stable. So I'm going to add that to my sheet as well. So 2 protons and 2 neutrons, that's stable. Let's look and see if I can add more neutrons and still keep it stable. Nope, that's not stable. So if I keep on adding more neutrons, it's just going to make it more and more unstable. So there are no more isotopes of helium that are stable. So let's try with lithium. So if I have lithium, let's take some away and see what makes it unstable. That's still stable. So lithium-5 is unstable. So 3 protons and 2 neutrons is unstable. But if I have 3 protons and 3 neutrons, it's stable. So 3 protons and 3 neutrons is stable. Let's add some more. So 3 and 4 protons, that's stable too. Okay, so 3 protons and 4 neutrons is stable. Okay, now you're going to do that for all of the rest of the isotopes. You're going to keep playing around with the neutrons until you get to unstable isotopes. You're going to record all of them. Okay, now I want to show you what we're going to do with this graph that we're going to make. What we're going to do now that once you've got all the stable isotopes recorded for the 10 elements, you're going to come here and you're going to highlight both columns of this data, okay? And then I want you to go up here to where it says Insert. So you're going to click on Insert and you're going to click on Chart. And it's going to work for a second. And you're going to get this chart here. And if it doesn't give you a scatter chart, make sure that when you get over here to chart type, you are asking for a scatter chart. You want a scatter chart. So make sure that you're given a scatter chart. Make sure on the x-axis you have number of protons, okay? And make sure on the y-axis that you have number of neutrons, okay? So once you've got your chart here, the next thing that I want you to click on, I want you to customize this. Now you can customize chart style, you can create background color, you can change the font, you can change the border, whatever. What I really want you to do is I want you to scroll down until it says series. And once again, you can change your series selector, you can change the color. So if I wanted my dots to be a different color, I could totally choose a different color. I could even choose the size. I could make the dots smaller. I could make the dots bigger. But I could also change the shape. I could make them a square or a triangle or whatever I want to do. But that's not really the important thing. You can customize to your heart content. But once we get to this, so we've gone to series, I want you to scroll down on series to trend line. I want you to put in a trend line, and I want that trend line to be linear. So make sure that when you do your trend line, make sure that you click on linear and make the line color different from your data point colors so that it stands out, okay? I want it to stand out. You can even choose how thick you make that line so it's more visible or not, okay? You can change how opaque this line is too, okay? Now the next thing I also want you to click on is I want you to click on label, and we're going to click on use equation. It's going to generate an equation right up here for you, okay? This equation is in the form y equals mx plus b. So this coefficient in front of your x is your m, and this number here is your b. Now you're going to want to pay special attention to this coefficient in front of your x. That is what we're looking at. That is pretty much your ratio between neutrons and protons, okay? So once you've got this data, I want you to save it, and you're going to need to upload it as part of this Canvas assignment, okay? So have an awesome time with this lab, play around with the isotopes, and we want to figure out what this line is. This is the line of best fit between the ratio of protons and neutrons and what makes an an atom stable or not stable. Have a great day. We'll talk to you later. Bye.